It's our reality, just your average family, trying to be normal and stay out of trouble, living a double life.
What's up? We got Thurman's Season 2, Episode 22, One Hit Thunder. So this episode starts off at Splatburger, where Phoebe meets up with Link. Link works at Splatburger now. Link says how he's all dirty from cleaning the... Phoebe says, oh, he got some splat spew. Link says, yeah, he's all dirty from cleaning the tubes, but JJ doesn't know how he really does it, as he uses his stretchy arms to clean up from the tubes. Phoebe says, now she knows who to call when she loses an earring down the toilet. Link says, she'll call him and he'll call a plumber. Phoebe says, good luck on his first day and staying on their toes, all 11 of them. Link says, be quiet. Link says, quiet. She's the only one who knows about his bonus toe and that dude from the sandal store. Phoebe says she thinks his bonus toe is cute, and Link says he doesn't. It's his secret shame. His hairy, pointed the wrong way shame. Phoebe says Link can trust her. They're in a secret sharing phase now that they're officially Phoebing. Link Eb. Okay, their names don't go well together, but they do. Meanwhile, Max is talking to his band about how they found a new drummer since Angus apparently left off screen. Yeah, Wolfgang. Wolfgang, who is, we still don't know if this is the same Wolfgang that Max mentioned he knew in the Season 1 episode Pretty Little Choir, and since Max never mentions it in this episode, I'll just say, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna say yeah, because I don't think there's any other Wolfgang Max knows. Yeah. Oyster says, that's a weird name. Max says, yeah, but he's Oyster. Max says, and Gideon says, he's Gideon. He's the heart of the band. No, you're not, Gideon. You're more the perverted one. Because how you have a crush on Phoebe, despite her having your boyfriend, how you have a crush on Phoebe and Max's mom, despite her being married, is beyond me. But, bro, you're more perverted one of the group, not the heart. So stop saying that about yourself. Max says that Wolfgang is the person they've been looking for. There's just one catch. He's German and can't speak English. He's Wolfgangsen. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And he'll be living with Gideon's family. Gideon says, okay, but he's not sharing the waterbed. Max says, let's celebrate with a rock feast, but they can only afford one small taco. So they fight over it. JJ says he's holding auditions for Splatburger's band to play there every Saturday, which is kind of funny. Today's a Saturday. Max is hired because the food is free. Then Max said, but Oyster says, how are they going to be a Splatburger band if they don't have any work, if they don't have a song? Max says, he does. Words. But everyone gets so upset. They order tomatoes. Link's like, they're ordering tomatoes, that's not good, and he should stop it. But Phoebe's like, yeah, no, let it happen. And Link just does, and Max gets the tomatoes thrown at him. After the opening, in the A-plot, in the Thunder House, Max says his band needs a new hit song, and he's got nothing. Colosso says, what rhymes with snot rocket? And Colosso says, you stink at writing songs, Rocket? And Max says, like Colosso knows anything about making music. Colosso says, yeah, he once dropped his own rap album. I hip hop, I go non-stop, because I'm a bunny and my carrots are my... And Max says, stop. that sounds awful. And Colosso says, that I didn't say I wrote good music. Next, yeah. To do that, you have to have a heart. You have to have you have a heart. You need to have a heart. Max said he has a heart. His thing is just his heart is just spot with spires and black licorice. Maybe he doesn't want to take to write a song. That's when Phoebe and OMG Cherry, she hasn't appeared on this show since episode 17, and this is episode 22. Where do they keep putting her? Anyway, Phoebe and Cherry walk in. I just want to say that they literally, hopefully next season, they literally they literally have Cherry appear more, because literally this is so weird that they do not. Cherry's meant to be Phoebe's best friend, but she does not appear in every episode. Phoebe and Cherry shows up, and Phoebe tells Cherry that Link is the best boyfriend ever. Cherry says she knows. She feels like every time she turns around, he's buying Phoebe another gift. Then Link's stretchy arm comes in because they didn't want to have the actor appear. It feels like whenever Link's stretchy arm shows up, it's like the reasoning, like they don't want to have the actual actor appear. I don't know, but she gives him a balloon, and then Phoebe's like, and then Cherry's like, he's a gift ninja. Phoebe's dating a gift ninja. Phoebe says she's running out of space in her diary to write about him. 700 pages of passion and poetry straight from the heart. Max says, then Max says, yeah, that tree died to make that diary. The tree to make that diary dies a little more every day she writes in it. They leave. Phoebe doesn't, and Colosso says, if Max wants to hit song with meaning and passion, he needs to get Phoebe's diary. Max says he can never find Phoebe's diary. She hides it everywhere since Billy did a book report on it. And also, since teenage Barb was able to find it so quickly and parents don't understand. But Max doesn't mention that for some reason. He only says that Billy tried to do a book report on it. But also, since Barb was able to get it quickly and was able to get it quickly, Phoebe now hides it so no one can catch it, which makes sense because Gustin says he has to sneak into her room, and Max says, how could he do that? Hide inside a giant teddy bear? Then cut to Phoebe's room, where Phoebe thinks Link got her a giant teddy bear that says, here's the from Link. And Phoebe doesn't question it for some reason, even though I think if it was from Link, Link would write something better than here's this. But Phoebe doesn't question it, thinking it's actually from him. Which is weird. Just saying. It's weird that she doesn't question it. And says, I guess they can't all be winners. Well, she leaves while Max is secretly inside. Meanwhile, in the B plot, Nora says how Colosso pooped in their shoes for the last time. Colosso says they can't prove it was him. And Billy says they found his tiny toilet paper and tiny magazines. Nora says maybe a ride on the whirlwind twirl, the twirl and hurl, will teach him and tell him Billy to super speed him. Colosso stops spitting, he's going to puke. That's when Barb shows up and says asking what's going on. Nora says they're just getting Colosso back for pooping in their shoes. Barb says, what makes him think that's okay? Then Hank comes in, yelling at Colosso for pooping in his shoes and saying he's canceling his subscription after he cancels Colosso. Barb says, Hank, she thinks the kids have been picking up some ugly behavior from him. Then Colosso accidentally pukes on Barb, and Barb says, Barb says, that's it, Barf Bunny, and electrocutes Colosso, and says, yeah, maybe they're learning bad behavior from both of us. From ugly behavior from them. Meanwhile, in the B plot, Phoebe is writing in her diary when she just puts it away and leaves. Yep, that's all for that scene. We see a shot of Max, but that's it. Now we get back to the B plot, which is like, why would you show that? Why would you just show one little scene of the A plot and then be like, nope, we're going back to the B plot? Meanwhile, on the B plot, again, I don't know why they even showed that scene. If they're just gonna, if nothing came of it. Barb says, okay, Colosso, they've been at each other's throats and lately, and this is about to end. Barb says, Barb's gonna light him up. And Hank says, he's about to get a taste of his own medicine. Avoid dessert. A carrot cake. Barb says they want to apologize for the raising their voices at him earlier, and Colosso says thanks. He looks forward to pooping in their shoes later. Hank laughs, saying Colosso's such a scamp, and Nora says, what's going on? Billy says he knows what's going on. It's backwards day. Then it cuts to Nora saying he's only tell her what's going on. Billy's clothes are on backwards, and he's making more sense than they are. Than Barb and Hank. Barb says that she and Hank need to set a better example, so from now on they're being nice to Colosso, even if he's not being nice to them. Hank says because they're superheroes, they never stoop to a supervillain's level. And Colosso says he saved Hank a slice of carrot cake. He throws it at him. Hank says thanks, and then he throws it at him again. Hank's about to go off, but Barb stops him. Meanwhile, in the A plot, at Splatburger, JJ says that was great. Oyster says his new lyrics were incredible. Wolfgang says, yeah! German words. I don't know German, so just follow with me. Why would they create a German character that no one can understand? But I guess the writers didn't expect people to review this show as constantly as I do, so that's why. But still. He says German words. He says, yeah, German words. Gideon says Max is a real softie, isn't he? Max says he's a real artist he's a real artist, songwriter, and songwriter, and someone who likes free food. Max thinks you got a secret, a little secret, something I knew. But what's so special is the trail between me and you. You care about me deeply. I want you all to know. I'll never speak a word about your bonus toe. It's so biggie. It's no biggie. So get all jiggy with your extra piggy. I'll never speak a word about your bonus toe. JJ says, wow. And Link says he wants to talk to Max. Max says no autographs for dudes. And Link says, did he find out his bonus toe from Phoebe? And Max says, technically, yeah. Link says, I can't believe Phoebe, you broke my promise. Max says, yeah. Is it weird he wants to see it? Link says, he can't believe she told Max his secret. JJ says they are now the Splatburger Band. Phoebe shows up and says she flushed an earring down the toilet. Link says, was that before or after she flushed his trust? Phoebe says she has no idea what we're talking about, and Link says, I think you know. Let's never see each other. Let's break up. Which is like, okay, Link, if you think Phoebe did something, why don't you tell her? Like, I know they want drama, so they have to be Phoebe in the dark and kind of make Link look like a massive jerk for just breaking up with Phoebe for no random reason. But he finds out that to him, Max looks like she told Phoebe. So why doesn't he say, oh yeah, Phoebe, I heard from Max that you told about my bonus toe. But no, he's just like, you know, and I think we shouldn't see each other anymore. And Phoebe says, Link, you can't wait. You can't leave. And Link's like, that's right. All right. I still have a shift. And then it's kind of funny, but it's kind of like Link. I know it's for drama that they have to have Phoebe think that Link's just a massive jerk that broke up with her for no reason. But it is still funny that he just realizes that he can't. Meanwhile, in Max's lair, Max and the band are rehearsing bonus toe. Max says good rehearsal, and Wolfgang says Wolfgang. And Gideon says, Wolfgang's right. That wasn't good. They just played their song over and over. Oyster says, if they're gonna keep it, they're gonna keep their gig and get food. They're gonna need more good songs like Bonus Toe. Max says Max is gonna write them a good song, write them a hit. They just go home and they just go home. They just go home, and he just needs to find inspiration. And by that he means steal from peek into Phoebe's diary. Colosso says congratulate that. Not only did Max crush his audition, he also crushed Phoebe's heart. Max says, Phoebe's fine. Link will just get over it and they'll get back together. If you excuse me, he is a teddy he has to crawl back into. Meanwhile, in Phoebe's room, Cherry says, how Link is such a jerk for breaking up with Phoebe. Cherry says she knows what will make Phoebe better. Will take her anger out on her stuffed bear, on her stupid bear that Link gave her. Actually, I usually don't call bears stupid because I love them, but just have to get into the zone of what this episode's feeling. The stupid bear that Link gave her, even though they don't question it. But anyway, Cherry starts kicking and Phoebe kicks it and says that how kicking a bear won't let her know how Link broke up with her. That's why she has a letter. Of course, Max hears this and sees. Of course, Max is hearing this and he now knows that Phoebe has a letter. So he has to come up with a plan to steal the letter to come up with his new song. Because they're really trying to make Max into a jerk this episode. She pours her heart. Max comes out of the bear. And it gets kind of funny that you see the bear get up, and you just see Phoebe goes over so Max can just get out of the bear, and you see his legs, but then he falls out of the bear. That's kind of funny. Max tells Cherry that he needs to take the bear. Actually, first Cherry thinks that Max is trying to hit on her, but he's like, as Phoebe's best friend, as Phoebe's brother, and as her best friend, they don't think they should go out. But Max literally states that he has no intention of going out with her. So yeah, so he says that he'll give Max the letter. He'll take the letter to Link as a man-to-man talk. Yeah, Cherry still tries to ask Max out. Max slams the door in her face, saying, hello, new song. Meanwhile, in the B plot, in Max's lair, Nora says colosso chewed holes into their clothing, into their clothes. Colosso says he's not answering the question until he puts on his Laura costume. Billy says he can't wear these shorts. Everyone knows he's going through his no underwear phase. Colosso says, how are you planning to get him back? Billy says, here comes the hurl and hurl. But Nora says, no, Billy. They're not doing that anymore. Colosso says, what gift? First Hank and Barb are treating him are like sunshine to him, and now Billy and Nora won't punish him. Oh no, is he not annoying anymore? Billy says Hank and Barb taught them to a superhero should never stoop to a supervillain's level, and Nora says so they're gonna be nice to Colosso no matter what. Come on, Billy, let's go clothes shopping to the mall. And yes, Billy, you need to wear underwear. Meanwhile, in the A plot, the Thunder Monitor alerts Max that Oyster Gideon and the weird German kid are approaching. Poor Wolfgang. Max greets him and asks him if he liked their new song, and they hug Max. Max says, what is happening? And they say they read Max's new song and ask if he's okay because they think he's in pain. Wolfgang says, Strudel? And Max says, save his strudel. Save this strudel. It's just a song. They think it's just a song. Which says, my heart skipped a beat when I saw you before. Now I'm not sure my heart works anymore. That's not a song. That's a cry for help. Max says, don't you guys think I'm just being a overdramatic teenage boy? He's a boy. That was funny. I love you, Max. I love Max. Gideon says the only true pain could write words like that. He knows he was once burned by a girl. Literally, he was burned with a curling iron. I first thought that was Phoebe who did that, but that could have been before. Which just says they've been like that. Max has it worse. The whole part of the song, like he not like part of the song about not what he did wrong. Well, Phoebe is crying to Barb, not wanting to know what she did wrong, which is kind of funny that always they're talking about that, and then Phoebe comes downstairs crying to Barb about what she did wrong. Barb says she wants to help Phoebe, but there's only one person who can tell her that. Max says, "Oh, I'll be right back." Yeah, this is the start of the episode where Max starts to feel bad for his actions, not expecting this to go. He thought that if he stole Phoebe's and Link's diary entries, it wouldn't actually go this bad. But now that he realized he messed up and he wants to fix things. Phoebe cryingly says she and Link had a relationship where they could do everything together and so with each other now, so now he won't respond to her note. Barb says boys are stupid, and Hank says he needs to talk to her about Link. But Phoebe says, "Don't you say his name." And Barb says, Max, I don't think Phoebe wants to talk about Link right now. She's kind of in a vulnerable position. She doesn't want to think about you-know-who. Hope she doesn't find... And then Phoebe says, "Sausage links!" And then throws them at Max and leaves. And runs away screaming and crying with Barb chasing after her. Well, yeah. Somehow Barb's in the B plot. Barb's somehow walking through the door with the family, which is with Billy, Nora, and Hank, which is confusing because the last time we saw her, she ran after Phoebe. Meanwhile in the B plot, Colosso says, "Welcome home, family," and Nora asks Hank what's going on. And Hank says he doesn't know. Colosso says they've been kind to him lately and he wants to make sure them dinner. Billy says, "Wow, Barb, Colosso's really learning from an example." Barb says she didn't expect this, but maybe there's effort and inspired change. Then she sees the food and she's like, "Nope. Old and leaves." They're not eating it. Colosso says, "Really? Are you teaching your kids if they won't try it?" Barb says, "That's good grat." And Hank says, "Can't believe that they used to rake this and throw it away." Colosso says, "Come on, kids, eat up." They don't want to think their parents are being mean to him. Nora says it tastes like he tripped, like that time that she tripped in soccer. And Billy says Billy's actually the only one that actually likes it and asks where he gets it. Colosso says he got it from the Hiddenville dog park. Everyone spits it out, but Billy keeps eating it, and it's just so funny that everyone dislikes it, but Billy enjoys it so much. Because remember, Billy's not smart. We all know this by now. We all know that in the show, Billy is not smart. So, yeah. Hank says he doesn't care what lessons he was trying to teach his kids. He's done being nice to Colosso. Nora says, "Let her laser Colosso," and Barb says she's frying Colosso. Colosso says finally they hate him again, and Barb says, "Wait, that's what he wanted? That he wanted them to be mad at him?" Colosso says he's a supervillain. If he's not annoying if he's not annoying superheroes, he has nothing to live for. And Hank says, in a weird way, what he's about to do is how Colosso's prefer to be treated. And Colosso says it's his move, duty man. Then Hank throws Colosso into a wall. Colosso says, well, that's what he was talking about. Barb tells Billy to stop eating, and Billy growls like a dog. Meanwhile, in the A plot at Splatburger, JJ says Max opened with his song Bonus Toe. That song inspired him to have a new line of appetizers. Frottolini, mac and Tony and cheese. Max says, "Boy, you really went out." Or says, "How about their pay?" And he gives them money and he says, "Sweet shit, they're on private too." Wolfgang says, "Wolfgang Tubin." And And JJ says no two until they drop the beat. Phoebe shows up at the Burger because Link sent her a text that he was sorry about being a super surgy jerkface and he smells like coleslaw. Link obviously admits that he never sent that text, and Max says he kinda hacked into Link's phone and sent her that text. Phoebe says, why would he do that? And Phoebe said, why would he do that? And Max says because he needed her there so that he could talk to her and Link. Link says he doesn't want, and he does nothing to talk about with Max, and Phoebe says she doesn't either, and proceeds to leave. Oyster says, yeah, they got a band to play, and Max says, Phoebe, wait, there's something you gotta know. And then there says, what about bonus toe? And he's like, just phone my lead guy. Some, yeah. This is a song about Phoebe. So Link, put down that drinky. That's so funny. So Link, put down that drinky. Phoebe didn't tell him about Link's extra piggy. He needed this song to get this band this giggy. Which is also the background of this video. But anyway. So he stole a page from her diary and passes it off as a song. Diary. Phoebe wasn't the one who broke your trust. It was her awesome brother, Maximus. Yeah, I do agree. Max is amazing. Come on, I was able to sing that whole song. Max says, see you next week. And Link says he was so sorry when he thought she told Max's secret. He was so hurt. But you could have told her, bro. Don't use that not as an excuse of you being mad when you could have just told Phoebe the truth about what Max told you. Yeah. And Phoebe says she would never tell her Link's trust, and that he means so much to her. Didn't he read her note? And Max says, and then Link says, what note? And Max says, this note. This note. So they make a new rule. Whenever something doesn't seem right between them, just assume that Max did something terrible. And Link says, okay. And they get back together because Max says, so Max tells JJ, let him explain why he didn't play bonus toe. It was actually quite touching. Link and Phoebe were, but JJ fires Max. Says fires Max's band. Max says he's missed out on a really great story. He would have loved it about the bear. And JJ leaves. Max says he's sorry he didn't mean to get the band. He didn't mean to get the band fired. And Oyster says apologize later. Help them load. Gideon says Wolfgang swiped up JJ's tuber mode, and Wolfgang says Wolfgang is swiping, and JJ says, hey, get away from that thing, get away from that tube. Max and the band run away. Phoebe uses her telekinesis to make them trip, and Phoebe says, sweet revenge. Revenge check. Then we see Max's band to end the episode. And we never see JJ again. As the next time we see Splatburger, Mrs. Long takes over. So, by the time the next time we see Splatburger, Mrs. Long had already usurped JJ's position as manager. So yeah, But this is still a good episode. It kind of didn't like Max in it, and it was just. Yeah, and by the way, Wolfgang will become a mainstay character in the following season. So yeah, I don't know why they got rid of Angus, but at least Wolfgang was. But at least one thing, Wolfgang is more funnier than Angus. Just to know, Wolfgang is more funnier than Angus. Just to say, Wolfgang is more funnier than Angus. But anyway. Yeah. Just anyway, I just don't know what to say. I like this episode is we only have 2 more episodes left for season 2. The Girl with the Dragon Snafu and A Hero is Born. So Girl with the Dragon Snafu and A Hero is Born. So so we only have 2 more episodes left, and then we're on to season 3, which I like. Season 3. It only season 3. If you watch, season 3 only has 2 bad episodes I remember watching. Are You Afraid of the Park and Phoebe Hood? Like those are the only, actually. Are You Afraid of the Park sucks, and Phoebe Hood's all right. It just turns Phoebe into a jealous character again. But we'll get to them. We'll get to those episodes. But anyway, that's it. But that's it for this episode. And I'll see you next time when we review the final 2 episodes of season 2 with the Girl and the Dragon Snafu. Yeah. Yep. Again, where the JJ just disappears from the show. I know that. Again, he is Mrs. Wong takes over position as manager of Swapperter in season 3, episode 10. Give Me a Breakup. But yeah, just saying that JJ's. But anyway, see you next time. See you next time.